we've got a number of concerns about the supply side in the video ad market. We've got a concern about quality, because there's a lot of pretty inferior stuff, which is kind of worrying from a brand adjacency point of view. We've got to worry about viewability, which everyone knows, we've been very clear about that. But we've got another more macro worry. One of the stats, such as it is, that kind of piqued our interest only last week was when Snapchat announced that they had 4 billion video views a day, which by coincidence, Facebook announced the same number in April this year. And back in 2012, which was the last time they gave a number, YouTube also announced 4 billion views a day. Now this set us thinking about what does that really mean? Because we figure that 4 billion views a day, which sounds like a big number, isn't really a meaningful one and doesn't give us any real sense of the scale of the market. And so what we've asked for, and we've gone on record about this, and we're in conversation with our partners about this, is to look at total monthly uniques, total daily uniques, total minutes viewed by an average unique per day and per month, and also a quintile distribution that shows us what that viewing profile looks like. Because if it turns out that 95% of all of the minutes are consumed by 5 or 10% of the audience, that tells us to whom a platform is culturally significant, and it also tells us that it's not culturally significant to everyone. And so what we're attempting to do, and pushing hard with our vendor partners, because we believe absolutely that they have the data, is to share that data with us so we can look at the digital video marketplace and its biggest protagonist in the context of the wider video market. And when we, just for fun, did some math on the FIFA Women's Soccer World Cup final, which was on Fox and Telemundo in the US, and did an average of a 25 point something rating for a 2-hour telecast, we just for fun split that out into 2-second viewing units and came to the conclusion that of the 25.4 million uniques represented 94 billion views based on 2 seconds, which, whilst it's a kind of stupid calculation, does make you wonder about a statement that says we have 4 billion video views a day. Yeah, we've taken a strong stance on viewability. We realize that imposing our standard on a global basis is challenging, because whatever people like to say about this global media world we live in, there's many aspects of it that are still very local. Many clients are local, the vendor community is largely local, as well as currencies and trading formats, so we get that. But in the US, which is our biggest single market in digital media, and of course by extension in digital video, we've taken a pretty strong view about viewability standards generally in display and in video. So we've set a standard for in-stream video of up to 50% of the ad being viewed, up to 30-second limit, and obviously all of the pixels of that ad to be rendered. Now we recognize that there are many use cases, like in Facebook and Snapchat to a different extent, in which that standard won't and can't apply. But what we want to do is set a high bar to begin the negotiating process on. Because the way we see video more broadly is through the construct of television, and what we pay for on television is 30 seconds, 100% in view and sound on. So that's where we see the bar in. So everything else below that is a negotiation as far as we understand. Programmatic TV is a very infrastructure independent concept. The infrastructure at scale for many advertisers and many broadcasters themselves simply doesn't exist to deliver programmatic. So if you've got a high bandwidth connection, you've got a sophisticated digital set-top box, I think the move towards addressability is something that's highly significant as far as we're concerned. And there's an argument that suggests that addressability is a more important issue in television than programmatic per se. But it's my sense that we're going to push harder and harder and harder into using the addressable infrastructure when we can. We're absolutely supportive of those infrastructure companies in rolling out addressability, and believe it's a terrific way for those people to monetize their value of their content and their networks. I think there's tremendous value to advertisers in using their medium of choice, but using it whilst minimizing wastage to a significant degree. And when you think about the role of programmatic, it's got more to doing with those things than it has the notion of dynamic delivery for its own sake. So as long as we get the addressability problem solved, the programmatic aspect of it, I think, will follow and be there in time.